is Sheikh Khalifa. Let's explain the word Sheikh. The word Sheikh is a provider, a man of wisdom. In the old days, is a Sheikh. So therefore, he leads us and he provides direction. Good? This became royal as per the protocols. Okay? Then we have the other word called Sheikh for educator, teachers. You find it a lot in the religion because they educate. So that Sheikh cannot be passed to your family. It's not royal, it is not of any status. You are a Sheikh because you provide knowledge. Good? Number 3, you are a Sheikh in the old days if you are financially well off. Like Sunny Varki, Mr. Varki, he will be a Sheikh. Why? Because he's a millionaire, and so therefore he provides opportunities for all of the teachers here. Good? These two are removed. The millionaire now is a millionaire, is not a Sheikh anymore, or billionaire, or wealthy, we call them. We used to call them aristocrat, by the way, in the old days, in the English. And then we have the other one, we call them today educated, or master's degree, or PhD. So this is the only one that's left, which is royal status. From when you're young, we groom you, and we try with everybody from the family, from the kids, and we know which kid is going to be able to take in the footsteps of their father. So by the time you reach 13, 15, we already know, and we groom you 19, 20, 21 maximum, you're good to go, you're good to lead.
We can understand the way he delivered, especially when we learn about UAE culture and the sheikhs things. So it's good to know all about UAE and how they develop their countries and all that. Very impressive. I'm so glad to be joining the session.
Imagine we are business people, millionaires doing business, and then they ask me this question. Although they are always afraid, but finally when they relax and they can take a deep breath, they say, so how come you wear white? Ladies always ask me that actually. I say, I'm not sure. Let me ask my dad. I remember when I went to my dad, I said, Dad, why do we wear white? He said, what's wrong with white? I said, Dad, okay, I'm not picking a fight with you. I'm just asking you a simple question. I don't know, I keep getting asked this question. I have no idea. And he said, why? What's wrong with white? What would you like to wear, mister? Why are you picking a fight with me? I'm just asking you a simple question. And until today, if you ask anybody, and this is really the stigma that's like, where the misconception or the perception, which one it is that you are in the midst of, that people think, why do you think we wear white? What do you think? Come on. Reflects the heat. Naively, I went and I told the people, oh, because it's hot outside, it reflects the heat. So of course, ladies jumped the gun immediately and said, so how come you force your wives to wear black? Are you married? Do you ever tell your wife what to wear? Does she tell you what to wear? Yes. Oh, no, it doesn't have to be an Arab.
The presentation was absolutely fantastic, too informative, with lots and lots of sense of humor. The audience really liked it, and we were like completely drained out since 2 sections, and it just woke me up out of everything, and my mind is completely refreshed. And what the idea we had about the Arabs, it's almost a misconception, and that's actually not true. When we came here, when Mr. Nasif, he himself told us about who exactly the Arabs are, we've been like very clear, and trust me, you need to attend one of his sessions anytime in your life.
I lecture all over the world, folks, from government all the way down to your average person. Why blue jeans? Why do we call it jeans? Who invented it? Why did we color it blue? And it's still blue from almost 200 years ago. Does anybody know the story? From a tent? Our tents are black, by the way. They are from goat hair.
Each and every word he was saying was really making me self-reflect. The session been very funny and not boring at all. It was really, really interesting. Kept us glued to what he was saying.
57 Muslim countries. You only hear in the news about how many? How many are always in the news, repeated over and over again? How many of you ladies raise your hand if you were worried if you were to come to Dubai, you will not be able to drive? Anybody? Some ladies, yeah, they tell me, is it okay for women to drive in Dubai? I say, well, it depends. How good do you drive? You drive a record.
Session worth coming, visiting, and also educational in all aspects.
Honor thy Lord. We respect the concept of God. We respect the concept of parents, we respect the concept of wife, we respect the concept of family. It is a must here, it's not negotiable, folks. So therefore, when you're dealing with students and their families, it's a little different than when you have become an independently minded, operated, where you disregard everybody else's opinion and how they view you, and you do things the way you wish. Where here, it's a collective society that influences and that watches each other very closely.
I really enjoyed the session, and being here since 11 years, I must assure you that this is the safest country ever I have seen. So today Mr. Nasir introduced so much about the culture, and I really liked to know about it. Thank you so much.
I don't accept any Marathi who's lazy in my places before. I don't accept any Marathi who says, I am a Marathi, I can. No, there is no such a thing. Sheikh Mohammed, he works very hard 24/7. Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed goes and visits people who lose their kids in war and kisses their hands and kisses their feet. We don't have arrogance here. The arrogance is within individuals who you need to knock it.